Tuesday night racing, week after week. Old dogs still run with fire in our street. Fast or slow, it don't matter a bit, 'cause the joy's in the race. That's the heart of it. Yeah, I don't care where I finish in the end. I just love racing with my Widdowmaker friends. Tuesday night, same cars, same laughs, different stories, same passion. Greer under the helmet, Billy in the seat. Old bones creaking, but my heart still beats. I ain't here for fame, just that green light glow. When the lights go out, it's time to go. It's Tuesday night racing, clean and tight, same make, same model under the lights. Fast or slow, we're all in the fight for that checker flag shining bright tonight. Yeah, I don't care where I stand or spin, I just love racing, going for the win. No trophies needed, no pride to lose, just gripping gas and worn out shoes. One hand steady, one on the line. Every corner's mine for a moment in time. It's Tuesday night racing, clean and tight, same make, same model under the lights. Fast or slow, we're all in the fight for that checker flag shining bright tonight. Yeah, I don't care where I stand or spin, I just love racing, going for the win. Going for the win. From the grid to the flag, we're brothers in arms. No dirty tricks, just racing charm. When I cross that line with a grin so wide, doesn't matter the place, I finished with pride. It's Tuesday night racing, week after week. Old dogs still run with fire in our street. Fast or slow, it don't matter a bit, 'cause the joy's in the race, that's the heart of it. Yeah, I don't care where I finish in the end, I just love racing with my Widdowmaker friends. Whoa, my Widdowmaker friends. Tuesday night, same car, same laps, different stories, same passion. to be strong. Pick your chariot, polish that chrome. When the lights turn green, it's time to roll. It's Friday night racing, the real deal. And
not Friday night at all, is it? It's Tuesday night, and welcome everybody. We're on a set of course tonight, and we've just had server issues. Of course, wouldn't be me without server issues, would it? But it's the way it is. Happy days. I think everything's right now, sort of sorted. Hope I've got audio. I've had to do a couple of restarts tonight because damn thing wouldn't fire up with correct audio. But it is what it is. And then we've just had server clashing with me starting EVO on here. A set of course for EVO dedicated server does not like going on when you're running a set of Corsa. I think it's made specifically for dedicated servers. It's saying server unresponsive here. Is it working, Dodge? What does it mean, unresponsive? Can you refresh, Wilkes, and try again? Because I'm looking at it over my shoulder. It's got a heartbeat. It actually says it's got a heartbeat. If it's not, I'll just have to crash out of EVO again and start it. But good evening, Wilkie. Good evening, Daj. Good evening, JB. Welcome, gentlemen. I need a response before I get my arse out of my chair again. He's in now. Good. So, just a preliminary, preemptive bit of doodahs. There we go. Let's hope that comes up on the screen. There it is. There's the car. Audio is okay too. Thank you, JB. Seen a post from JB and also seen something from somebody else saying that there is a Sim Racing Expo in January. It's the first I've heard of it, in all fairness. But I don't know. I'm going to have to inquire with GT Amiga as to whether they're allowing us to go with them. It'd be nice to represent as GT Amiga. But I also need to consider the fact that I will be just back from Mexico after 2 weeks of tequila drinking. And you never know. Might just have to roll up for an afternoon. And see how that goes. We'll see. But we'll plan closer to the date. But do let me know if you're going. I know JB's going to try and go. And we will try and get stuck in and do so accordingly. But I don't know what we could do there. Whether it's just walk about, say hello to people, test some new gear out, buy a new Christmas present. You never know. It's January sales and all that. You never know. It could be. Might be a new rig by that time. Might be in a new house. And that's the only reason. It's at the NEC, so it's only 10 minutes down the road from JB, which might be nice. So, in terms of, I could be in a new house by then, and that's why, effectively, I'm late again tonight. House viewing. I do know it's the full track. Yes, JB moaned about it not being particularly good, the short track. So I put it on just to alleviate the boredom and the moaning. Because Jonely Bonely likes it particular, so I've flexed. It doesn't matter. It's nothing's fixed, is it? We do what we want to do. We do what JB wants to do. We're here to please, even though he's not pleased. He's miserable when he wants to be. So the car of choice. I don't mean that, JB. You're a lovely chap. The car of choice today is the Alpine A110. As you can see, I've painted it in a flip colour, golden red. Whether it goes to the track like that is absolutely anybody's business. But we will find out. Today's track of choice is Suzuka. Let's see if we can find the server. Everybody else seems to want to. I've done a bit of work on the actual Discord results thing today. And hopefully we'll get some results on there. Why am I typing mullet? It's Widow. There we go. That's not my server. Well, it might be my server. It might be. Because it's changed the password, of course. But it's changed the name because I've had to reset it. Yes. Yes, it has, isn't it? It is. It is. It is. It is. So, all good. Tonight's purpose, we are testing out and we are understanding and finding out what Assetto Corsa EVO is like in its early phases. So, over the last, this must be week 6 or 7 by now, we've been going trying different cars at different tracks, and we're setting laps, hot laps. We're doing 30-minute sessions. Over the 30-minute session we find out who's the fastest and who's gained the most, who's learnt the most effectively, and we're trying to understand whether the track and the cars are realistic, whether they live up to the hype. And as we go, as the game updates, we might chop and change, but we have a program that goes 21 weeks which covers the majority of the cars and the majority of the tracks, and eventually the idea is to get to a point where we're almost at the release of the game and we know what it's like. I'm not happy unless I'm miserable, says JB, and that's exactly what I meant. So he's doing well. So Daj is in the circuit and me, nobody else by the sounds of it. Don't know why nobody else is in. Hopefully they're all good. Maybe they're just watching. But along with that, let's see how she sounds. My wheel is not configured, is it? Let's see if we click drive. We need to just do, yeah, we click drive. We're in no assist land, so we're going to take TC off. TC off, and we need to check that permanently. So got a pop and a bang. Sounds like my Mini used to. Okay, let's put her out on the circuit then. No GT Amiga racing socks today, but they are available. Now it is the full Suzuka track. I don't know why, but I'm getting headphone warnings or volume noise warnings at 58%. Something's adjusting my sound or attempting to. I did start the day with sound issues, so I couldn't get the sound to work. What's JB with his VCCCC doing? Is that the shortcut to the secret part of the setup? She's a nice driver actually, she grips, there's no body roll at all. Very solid. Until you get it in the gravel. We stopped for fish and chips on the way home because we're out late. We're also stuck on the motorway for an hour in traffic jam caused by a couple of accidents, which is never fun. But we didn't get home till 7:20, then went to view a house, and then we threw fish and chips down the throat. So it's been busy tonight, and we're viewing houses again tomorrow night, which I know won't affect any stream because we're not live streaming, but we've got all that jazz to go. Nice feeling car actually. I'd like to be 4 or 5 inches higher in the seat, maybe. But I don't know if that's a possible. Need to slow down a bit there. Need to slow down a bit earlier there as well. We come across there quite fast. So live lap first. Server problem for me might be my end internet. It's bad lately, it just booted me. I must admit I've not seen anybody else out on the track, so we're invalidated, didn't make turn 1. Didn't get down through the gears, need to brake earlier. Tyres are we on? We're on hypercar tyres again. We found the hypercar tyres last week, heated up really quickly and wore really quite quickly as well. See how you go, Wilkie. See how you go. Quite aggressive on the change down. I think I've got to slow the car down a bit earlier. Been another day, busy day at the coalface today. Dealing with people with report problems. And then finding out they've edited the report and they didn't realise. But it is what it is. Right, let's get into this lap. Come on. Interesting that this gauge doesn't really have any sort of form of rev counter that I can really work to. I'm having to work to the right hand side of my screen where my fake rev counter is as part of the hood. I think fourth gear might be the gear just staying through there. Yeah, I think fourth gear might flow just that bit better through there. Invalidated. Got to slow down a bit more for that corner. I keep seeing my chat roll and then I look up, disconnected from server. Well, that brought that to an end, didn't it? Somebody's still connected to it. What happened there? That's the second time that's happened on these evenings. Server's still going to be live, I think. JB and Mr. Wilkinson are in there. Let's see. Now I'm seeing everybody now. It's kicked me. I've joined and everybody's live. People have just gone out on track now. It looks like there was a bit of a problem before. There's a blue car which I think is you, Wilkster, in front of us. Good evening, Aaron. No. For some reason I got booted back to pits. Don't know what's going on now. I've done 3 bloody laps. What's going on? Good evening, Stormfly. Bit of a stability issue. That was third gear. It just launched itself. Cold tyres, that must be. Breaking point. Disconnected again. AC EVO, what's the problem? I'm looking at my server. There's no disconnection issues going on there. That is still steady away. I don't know what to do is there. Let me just run a little test. What's the name of the speedtest.net? I've got a speed test app on my PC. Let's give it a run. Let's show you. It's got to be them at their end. Let's see what my terrible internet is. 1,700 when I'm paying for 2,300, but let's not worry, it's within limits. My internet is absolutely fine. 1843 and up 2,300, which is what I'm paying for, which is flipping good up. So yeah, there's no issue with my internets. But it doesn't help, does it? It was fine when on my own for over an hour before the stream. Okay. Were you on the server though? I guess that's the question. You're kicking 980. Okay, so not us then, in that sense of the beast. It's at their end. It's server connection. Because it doesn't matter effectively, I'm hosting mine on my PC, but it's got to go through their servers for validation, etc. So one of the houses we're going to look at this weekend has capability of 5,000 up, 5,000 down on city fibre, which you never know. The problem with 5,000 up, 5,000 down is you'll never get to use it, because you'll be maxing out everybody else's connection. You'll just go at the maximum of what everybody else can give you, but at least you won't be the bottleneck. The Wilkie was messing around and gaming on servers, so it could be just the way things are. Let's just remember, this is all in early development. It is not necessarily tried and tested. We are the testers. no invalidation there. That was nice. Oh, lost my steering. Yeah, lost my steering. Whatever reason. There's a bug in the game there. If you click any of the hood, you lose your steering. It just disconnects. Wheel key's disconnected again. That means we're all going to go again soon, I think. There was, yeah, that's just all gone. I'm the point of giving up on AC tonight. I'm not a quitter. Not a quitter. I'm a moaner like JB. I'm not a quitter. Sure. Oh, that's dribbled down my t-shirt. Oh, gold. Frustrating level. Frustration level. We need to do turn TC off. Back to there. Put that on. Can't honestly say. Yeah, it's not looking tremendous, is it? I'll keep plugging. I'll keep plugging away. Got to be able to do a lap and 3/4. Or almost 2 laps. Without it kicking you. Without any faults. The servo's reset once, look, because we're at 26:04. Am I discounting it from being my server that's the problem? At this moment in time, my server has got restarted today. I restarted it this morning. I've been working on it this morning in terms of building the new Discord feed. Whether or not that's the problem, I don't know, but it's still chugging away behind me. So I'm not going to volunteer my server as the problem just yet. JB hasn't come back in at this point. I've just got disconnected again. I'm going to go look at my server and see what's going on over there. Let's go and have a look at it. At this point in time, it's frustrating me. Outbound message to back end, Google Multiplayer Service data. It's alive as of 29:57. Success is true, but it High ping from client, it's just suggested. Sock Loxy. DP socket name. Server updated 1 players. High client ping of 672. Aaron Lokes. Car found. Create pit zone from spawn. Let me just run a check on something. Let's just find out what ChatGPT thinks about the last 10 minutes of server process. And forgive me, I'm away from the screen. I can't see if you've messaged anything. I will get back there. The server's definitely pinging. The core post. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what it says. I've just asked it to check if the server's healthy. Look for errors in the text. See what it says. I've given it 6,000 lines of text from the last 10 minutes or so. Yeah, there is that much going on with the server. It does churn out that much stuff. 2145, so it's current. Server is running and recovering, but I would not call it fully healthy. The main findings are back-end connectivity. WebSocket drop with a semaphore timeout. The server reconnected, completed the handshake, registered itself, and obtained a new season GUI. What does that mean? Mass client disconnects around 2050, 45. Several players were disconnected almost simultaneously. With a TCP error 10,054. After which the server restarted the session. Yeah, we all got disconnected that, and the time did reset, definitely. Same type of disconnect happened again later. Multiple clients again received TCP 1054 errors and were removed from server. Okay. The most concerning issue is lap split tracking. The server repeatedly reports unexpected on split errors. Couldn't create lap from open splits. Only one of 3 splits available. Yeah, that's because nobody's actually managed to complete a lap. That's a frustration because we're getting kicked beforehand. So, yeah. I would ask JB if he's still getting the same issues on his server, but I think he might have discontinued it because mine has been healthy for the last couple of weeks. As it always isn't. But let's see. It's just doing. Here we go. First split time just recovered. From card. Couldn't create lap from open splits. That's because it's an opening split. So only 2 splits out of 3 available. ChatGPT's just decided to review what it sent me and deleted it, and it's going to recover. Error, socket error 1054, including Jim, Wilkie, JB, Daj and Aaron. All active connections fell to 0 within milliseconds of each other. Okay. That was a kick then, we know that. Oh, we just got network notification. Oh, success is true. Last heartbeat is alive. That's fine. Split now 0. Split 1 is end false. Split false, end false ID, split time. So it is recording splits, which is fine. So because all players were dropped, it reports the fact that the server network interruption server reports that timeout has expired. Failed connectivity ping and then success. That's a server reboot. The server itself, as in the software reboot itself. It was a server crash rather than an internet thing. Okay. I'm just giving it a few minutes to see if anybody's putting laps in. On split start, false end, split 1, split time, 53.837. Even ChatGPT is full of errors. Okay, well it seems to be running for a moment. You let it go, paying for something that... Yeah, understood, JB. It wasn't being used, was it? But it was a great test. It was good to have. And it shows it's usable. I got kicked from the server, didn't I? The Wilkie's done. He's got disconnected again. Same spot every time, and it goes. Did have someone disappear underground on me to reappear a few seconds later. I don't know what's going on. Not having the best of sessions, are we? The server's got 21 minutes left. I've got no steering. There we go. See if we can get a lap in. Wilkie's just joined back up. JB's joined back. Everybody's got green connectivity next to their name. So that would suggest that they've got good connection. Got the line wrong there, didn't we? Wilkie's disconnecting in the same place again. Mine normally is disconnecting at 1.5 laps. I'll reboot the server next. Which will mean I'll have to completely disconnect, etc. But we'll keep the stream up. I'll just have to drop my session of EVO, because I can only run one session at a time with Steam open, and I have to kill the server software app and just leave the command prompt running. It normally kicks me on the lap here. Car rotates really well. Feels very much like GT7, the track. Not that it should. The physics feel very different. There's yellow flags. I don't know if that's me. It's really nice to drive, says Wilk. I had it on the NURBS. Ooh, very good. Somebody parked on the left. Was that green flag or blue flag? Somebody's going faster than me behind me. It was blue flags, wasn't it? That's got to be Aaron then. It is. We've got a lap at least. Aaron's gone faster, of course. And that is my first completed lap, really. I'm going to let him go. Because we got that out of shorts. Getting to car to slow down in the gears is a challenge. It's got the gear shift debounce thing, so you can't gear slam. Aaron's looking quick. So it's held together for 2 laps now. Wilkie says I test all cars there as it is with core varieties. Yeah, okay. Many varieties of corner is what I meant to say, reading his literal translation. He's a 21, I'm a 24. The change down made me go wide then. Got the gears completely wrong there. The first time I think I've ever run consecutive laps behind somebody. Oh, Aaron's just disappeared. He's just lagged out. He's going to be somewhere in front of me, I think. There he is. There's some lag going on. Disconnect. Boom. Yeah. Bingo, bango, bongo. I'm looking at my server. I just need to spin my chair around so I can see the screen now. Player disconnect with ping of 1220. Oh, chihuahua. Not really playable at this point, is it? We've got a 19 millisecond ping at the server. Yeah, everybody does. Stormfly, it's a frustration, and stability is not there. The server's restarted 2718. So the server went down. I don't know what to do, folks. I don't know what to do. I could restart my server in full. I could do that. But we've been trying a 30-minute session for the last 40 odd minutes. And it's not completed one session yet. I thought we'd got through it then. I've got quality of service as 100 in the top right hand corner. And a ping of 3 milliseconds. Right. I see what's happened just then. If I was to just do this. I just did this. Put that under my name. And then go Alt-Tab. You should be able to see quality of service and the ping in my above my my little camera there. So with that ping, there's nothing wrong with the server at this point. But I can't really tell you. Let me do a very little quick thing, which will be just to investigate that JB's got decent connection. No, sorry, Daj has got decent connection. We're all showing decent ping, etc. And well, I'm assuming so. You'll see it on yours if you've got it on the screen. You've got your QoS in number. So all I can imagine, and if I just do this again. I'm just going to copy some lines. There's an RECV error. It's the same error all the time. Let's see what it says. I'm just going to dump the error file into the AI doobly-dob and see what it says. The shorter log looks healthier than the previous one. Server recovers cleanly after the initial disconnect. Players reconnect one by one without errors. Back-end heartbeats continue successfully. The server is talking to the master back-end. There's no WebSocket disconnect, semaphore timeout errors. There are no repeated 100054s after the initial. One issue still present. High client ping 12222. Server tick is late. It's worth noting a single big occurrence isn't alarming. It's not single, you've had several. Weather message. Don't implement message handler. Noise data. So we've got network stability getting 8 out of 10. I'm just asking it if it's a master server issue. So the dedicated server keeps sending successful backend and heartbeat updates, including after players reconnect. In the latest log, there's no sustained backend outage or repeated registration failure. No prolonged vServer disconnected state. The visible faults are mainly client TCP resets, which is a local server host issue. So it is my server. Local host or network instability, transient ISP or routing issue between server and backend. Less likely to be a master server fault. Well, if that's the case then, folks, I'm going to reset the server up. Let's see. We've got 6 people in there. Oh, it's difficult. It's difficult to know what to do for the best. We could persist with it and it just keep crashing all night. People are in, I don't really want to turn it off. But at the next disconnect I will. At the next disconnect I will reset the server. And I'm assuming it is going to happen. So I'm saying at the next disconnect I'll reset the server. Who is not in? JB's in. It's Wilkie that's not rejoined, which is understandable. He's suffering most. So it's lost our lap times, hasn't it? The one of a dog. It has lost our lap times. So got no steering now. I have. I was actually looking for the track map to see if there was somebody chasing me down, and the track map actually behind my picture. I was enjoying following Aaron round. We're putting in some good time. We've got 7 people in the server. That's impressive. Aaron was sliding the car a fair bit when I was behind him, you know. "16 minutes left of the server, so if people are putting laps in, they're putting laps in." We're finding the braking points, but we're not really flowing just yet. Not like we did last night. Last night I was really impressed with how I made good ground and working on just how to get faster. We had an hour or so in the middle where we were really just thrashing. That's 222.170, which gives us an indicator of somewhere. We are 2 seconds faster than the lap earlier, and we're still a good 1.5 seconds behind Aaron, so we are slow. We were slow through there with the gear changes, etc. Hopefully the stability is here, and hopefully I haven't cursed the server by just saying that. We tried to come through there faster, but We're a tenth quicker. 22.0. JB's in third spot. Aaron is first. We are first. No, we're not. We're second. There is yellow flags ahead somewhere. We're 10th up, 10th down, 10th up, 10th down. We're all over the place. Found half a second then. Leave it in fifth, I think. Oh my word, that was terrible. Ah, that could have been so much quicker. The car just got out of sorts, really. I couldn't do anything to hold on to it. We've got yellow flags. Was that a moment we should have lifted and given room to the car off the track, I wonder? What is it with the final chicane? It's curbs, isn't it? Curbs and second gear. 8 minutes remaining. I've trashed the start of this lap. I don't know if we can make some of that time up. Somebody's just gone off again. Oh, dust up there in the Degners. Degner 1, Degner 2, there's two of them. I don't know if we're suffering a little bit of tyre degradation, maybe. A slower lap because we lost all that time at the start of the lap, but let's see where we go on this one. We're still in second. Numbers off the left here. Incredibly slow there. Still got yellow flags. Five minutes remaining. The grip has come together this lap big time. The tyres are just wanting to hang on for fun. We nearly lost the back end, but that's a decent time. Still in second. 2:21.4, which is somewhat similar to what Aaron did before the disconnect. 4 minutes remaining. We weren't as fast through there as last time. Oi! That's trashed it. There's nobody near me. That's banged up the car a little bit. We won't get another lap in, so that's it for this session. I apologise to whoever that was. It's got to be Aaron again. I didn't think he was that close, to be honest. Yeah, we'll not get that. Well, we might get the next lap in. There is 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes 10 seconds of shutdown time. But oops, we just clipped the wall. Wilkie's in the pits. It's actually worked out. That was a really smooth session, actually. After all those disconnects earlier, that was all right. Martial has jumped up to 3rd spot. JB down to 4th. Marco is in 5th. Mr. Wilkie is in 6th, and Dodge is in 7th. Let's have a quick flick over to the times and see what the time splits are. So Aaron a 2:24, we're a 2:21, Martial a 2:22.2, JB a 2:22.7, Marco a 2:22.9, Wilkie a second back at 2:23.9, Daggio a 2:24.5. Very technical circuit though. This is extremely technical. Apexes and holding apexes are really critical at this circuit. If you don't hit the apex or hold the long apex, you're gonna lose a lot of time, as we find out in very much the S's after the first turn. If you're not hugging that, oh, it was gonna beat my time by 1.5 seconds, but went invalid. You got to keep trying, Wilkster. What would that put you down at? A 2:21. 2:22.2, 2:22.4. That would have been alright. That would have been good. That would have been moving. So yeah, there's 2 minutes 10 of overtime. So anybody on a lap or just starting a lap now is just going to struggle to get that final lap in. But there's only 10 seconds at the end of the session. I think that's Aaron just returned to the pit stall, is it? I don't know. Maybe. Don't know who the dark blue car is. That's a nice driving car once you get the hang of it. Just the second gear tyre slap on... that wasn't. That was Mr. Martial. That was Martial that's just disconnected. He has no time to submit. The server might record that. Might have already got that, which will be fine. That's a decent session after the trouble at the start. Thank you for sticking with it, guys. Going to go to session 2 very soon, and we will see where that takes us. Just want to see if I can adjust don't know if I can adjust height. Oh yeah, there it is. That might be a little bit better. We'll have to test that out. Tracking drive, but sounds weird. It does have a very raspy engine note. The engine sounds very aggressive. T1 with a pint in hand is challenging, says Tash. We'll put one in the other hand and see how good that is. There we go, that's the end of that session. So Aaron takes that by a clear second. Split times. I'm faster in split 2. He gets us majorly in split 1. So let's see if the server takes the upload. New. It has, it's taken them all, and it's taken Marco's time, Marco, Manzin and Martial. So they're all in. Everybody was in and out that server then, weren't they? They're all at it. Look at them all go. Really good to see. There's 3 out and away. We sat a little bit higher in the car. It feels more natural to be this high. And it feels like there's more body roll. Feels like a more realistic sitting position, to be honest. Feels like everybody's out on track. The difficulty with this part of the circuit is it's mid-gear for all the apexes. I don't know whether to be up a gear, down a gear, or everywhere a gear. Need to stay off the grass, that's what I do need to do. Marco's done a 224. Aaron's done a 220.5. They're good times. .21.5. Wilkie in with a 223.4. To improve. I was up by 0.8. And I've lost it all coming out the back end of the hairpin. Slow. That was disappointing. We're so much slower across the line. So much slower. We lost all that time again. Still losing it. Marco's left. But we've got Damien join. Well done, Damo. We're down a 10th again. Faster through the line this time, and we're going to have a 10th advantage by turn 1. Which we lost almost immediately. I lifted my throttle to try and make the car turn a bit. Oh, disc on. Oh, that's a piss flap and a half, isn't it? We got a 21.303 there. Ah, flapper-doodles. Flapper-doodle-doodle-doo. Hopefully the server hasn't dropped. Server's dropped. Rick, it's left the chat. We've got room chat in existence. Quality of service 99, back to 100. I didn't see the ping rising. 348 millisecond ping. Yeah. Right, let me ask ChatGPT what that was. Let me dump that code in. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. It looked like all client TCP sessions were lost almost simultaneously at 21:15:31. So it's 22:02. Why is that recording 21:15? Let's ask, because I've scrolled back too far. Right. Right, so I've given it the check from an hour ago, and now I've given it the time that happened here, so... No, this X does not show the same mass disconnect event. What it shows instead what? Let's go back to there. Try again. It's frustrating to hell. Never had this level of disconnects before. Never had. It's not even warm. So it's just thinking. This log contains the same failure pattern. It's a very clear example. Everything is healthy. Players lap normally. Back end heartbeats at 22:047. Mr. Wilkinson gets a TCP 154 receive error and disconnects. Looks like an individual client stroke network issue. 5 seconds later, Jim, Aaron, Jay and Dave all receive the same socket error, disconnect simultaneously. The server is left with only 2 clients. Damien, box, disconnects immediately afterwards, leaving a live connection as none. So, this strongly suggests the server process or its networking stack failed, causing clients to see TCP connection resets. The reset appears to be a consequence of the session becoming empty, not the cause of the disconnects. So, Windows WinSock socket error. An existing connection was forcibly closed by a remote host. Your PC wasn't the one that closed the connection. The other end of the TCP or something between the two ends abruptly reset it. The client application crashing, the client PC losing network connectivity. It's not a root cause error. It could be a number of things. So it's a networking issue. The exchange says one side terminated the call. .105.10054 isn't itself the bug, it's just the operating system reporting the TCP connection disappeared. So I'm AC EVO dedicated server software bug, most likely. The server process isn't crashing, it continues writing logs, it continues sending successful backend updates and heartbeats before and after disconnects. The long server session, you'll see unexpected on split, couldn't create lap, server late, weather noise data handling warnings. In pre-season early access releases, this isn't unusual. A networking bug inside the dedicated server. It's slightly different from a gameplay bug, but everybody's racing, the back-end heartbeat is fine, almost everybody disconnects with a 100054. It looks like the dedicated server stopped servicing its clients even though the process itself stayed alive. It could be a deadlock, a networking thread stall, a socket handling. These are all exactly the things discovered during pre-release multiplayer testing, and it's entirely natural. Host networking possible. Hyper-V, VMware, your VPS provider, your firewall, your router could be interrupted briefly. Master server problem possible, but lower prior probability. If the master server with a root cause, I'd expect to see errors like backend discontinues, authentication failures. We're not getting that for sure. So 45% chance this is a dedicated server bug. 30% chance of it local host servicing problem, firewall, NIC, visualization, ISP or path. 20% chance of an AC EVO backend or interaction backend or dedicated server problem. 5% physical hardware. The important point, doesn't look like you've done anything obviously wrong with your server config. The pattern you've collected is consistent across multiple sessions. You're also seeing internal engine messages, i.e. unexpected on split. Lap reconstruction failures, still AC EVO still in its pre-release phase. These kind of things are networking. Session management issues are exactly the sort of problems they're identifying and fixing. One thing that will really help narrow this down with these disconnects with the Windows event viewer log. If the same timestamps, Windows reports a network adapter reset, DHCP renewal, TCP error, it could all point towards the host itself. If Windows shows nothing at all, it strengthens the case that the dedicated server software itself is dropping or mishandling its client connections. So unfortunately there is nothing I can do from this end. Good morning Hayden, welcome sir. JB says, if you go to the track, click drive, click escape, it shows ping at the bottom of that list, does it? I just need to take a very quick drop to the gentleman's. I'll be back in a second. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Well, I haven't. Not since we started. I did turn it off and on again at the start, but I haven't done the IT fix as of now, no. I thought with 7 people circling around the track, it wasn't fair to do that. But what's USB Type-C to A active adapter cable? Is what it is. So, I don't know. I mean, we could reset the entire thing, which I decided to do earlier. Won't beat T1 with feet, says Wilkie. Box is putting in a 224. Yeah, frustrating. We haven't got through a full session yet, have we? Old tyres. I must admit, I haven't looked at tyre temperatures I'm lapping. They come up to temperature pretty quick. That was aggressive slam of the front suspension, wasn't it? That dust looked pretty decent. I'm pretty sure we'll get a bug fix and it'll find out to be an error in the server config or server software, because I've not done anything different with setting the server up. The server restarted itself earlier in the day. Box in with a 224. That was a fast exit. He got away from there really quick. A 220.6. That's decent. It's nearly a second off our previous best. He's letting me go. Thank you very much, sir. Whoever that was, they're pretty quick. They know the track pretty well. Oh, invalidated. What a smug bucket. High temps and pressures are pretty good. That's invalidated as well. Just that rear tyre just coming round. Wilkie just lost it there. Cold tyres. It's good to blame it on cold tyres. Made up a half a tenth there. Lost 2/10 there. Got to be fourth gear all the way. I've got to persist with that and keep trying fourth gear. Keep flicking the outer limits there, don't I? That's a frustration. That's annoyance. Shouldn't do that. Couple of laps left if we can keep it together. Higher temperatures 70, 70, 72, 74. Pressures are even and equal. Slightly higher on the front, but there's also a bit of higher temperature on the fronts because we're pushing the fronts a little bit harder. Two tenths, but coming back. Invalidated, just lost it coming into there. Carrying a bit too much speed. We're going to get one more shot this session. And then there's only 2 sessions left of the day. Invalidated there. Taking this hairpin now in 3rd gear all day. We caught a bit of dirt on the exit, so that's this session over. We're going to get through a whole session. Disconnect. Disconnected from server. I chuffing knew it. 15 seconds of the session to go. What an absolute ball bag. He was listening to my voice, wasn't it? The flicking nerd bucket. Oh, the pain in the frusticators. The good thing is it is saving all these times. It is reading it all. Oh. And the server's reset, look. Let's see if it just posted those times. It just did. It just posted them. So I have no idea what's going on with the server. It is randomly connecting, disconnecting. Messed up my only good lap, says Wilkie. So sorry. That is frustrating to death. It is an absolute pain in the frusticatus. So one thing I do want to check, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. Control Alt Delete. Task Manager. Let's just have a look at Performance tab. See if we've got anything silly going on. Rogue's playing golf. Hard disk just spiking. Let me just see if there is a hard disk issue on my machine. Because it could be something physically silly. We got 943 gig spare on my C drive, and we've got 1.13 tera spare on my D drive. We do have some hard disk spikes, and the hard disk is going to full. But it is a SATA hard disk drive, so I wonder. Memory's running along fine. CPU's at maximum 11% spiking. Disk drive 1, which is NVMe, is not doing anything of a shocker. Let's find out whether I really can't do that at this point in time. Where is ACE installed? I'll be very unimpressed. Find it. Steam library, Steam apps, common. Oh, there we go. That could be the root cause of the problem. So before the next session, as in the next week, I'm gonna uninstall the server off my D drive, which is a SATA drive, and I'm gonna put it on the HDMI, which could be the root of the problem. It could be connection speed on the hard drive. Wilkie's going to call it because he's roasting and getting frustrated. Yeah, it could be an install issue on my server. Could be. Could be. Could be. I'll change that for next week so we can eliminate that as a thing. 2 sessions left if we get there. I can only apologise for the disconnection issues today, even if it isn't my fault. It's just disconnected again. Or was that me speeding in the pit lane and it's saying there's a penalty for you? Could have been. It shouldn't speed in the pit lane though, should it? Yeah, I'm just trying to eliminate anything at my end that could be an issue. I'll just open Steam and I'll migrate it from D drive to C drive. There's plenty of swap disks, so there shouldn't be a problem, but it could be the speed that it needs to transfer information. Maybe the SATA drive isn't quick enough, and that's what's causing lag, TCP issues. Could be. I don't think it is, but let's just eliminate them from the problem. The gear changes are so much better in this than in the Beamer. Did that in fourth. We're going to attempt to do most of the lap in fourth, I think. Didn't get it turned into there, didn't slow it down quick enough. Invalidated, what a chump bag. Come on. Let's try. At least. It's giving me a predicted lap time, but I don't know what it's predicting that on, because we invalidated and then the back end came around. I want to try and really roll this corner at the end of here. I don't really want to accelerate through it. I want to try and see if we can make time. JB's in the 21s, that's good. Ears are popping. Invalidated. I know he invalidated, but we're on for a 219 almost. We lost a bit of pace there, but we lost all that advantage. What a frustration then again, but it was invalidated. But we've started the lap red. Annoying. It doesn't like a short shift, this car. It doesn't like a short shift to try and stop wheel spin. .8. So lost a load of time coming through there, which was rubbish. Tenth down, 2/10 down. We slid off the track. Tried a bit too hard there. Let's see how we go. Wilkie says this happens from time to time. We know it's not you, as we've raced with you before, no problems. Yeah, it's could be a network issue, could be anything, couldn't it? We've not managed to complete an entire session all night, but the coding changes that I made earlier are actually saving the laps as they happen, so those laps aren't lost because of the quitting of the disconnects. The laps have all been saved, so we are in a good position. Wilkie's been for a cold shower. That sounds like a nice thing to do. That's not a bad idea, Wilkes. Didn't get the acceleration point right at the start of that curve. Got a 10th and a half back. We're into the green. Just try not to lose all that now. We did. 2/10 up. It's nice. Lost a little bit on gear change. Back to 2/10 almost. For some reason we drove the car off the flipping track. You absolute ball bag. I've no idea why we did that, and I've gone no limits again, as I've cut that out of frustration. Oh, that was annoying. Come on. Lost all that time. Lost all that time. What an absolute smegmahead. I'm going to have to change to third in the latter part of that complex. It keeps the speed. If I keep it in fourth, it rolls wide and I can't keep it. My lap accuracy is pretty poor. I'm not following the same track lap after lap. Invalidated. Oh dear. Oh, I'm glad you feel better, Wilkie. That takes the heat out. Come on. No silly mistakes now. I think the fuel's really low. I think we got a bit of a fuel warning coming up, I think, maybe. Oh, we just lost all that time. just ebbing away. Ruined it again in the last sector. Last potential lap then. It could be a dead one. JB's improved, which is great to see. Oh, that got erratic and messy, didn't it? Ah! JB's not near me. I'm not going to ruin his lap. That's it, game over. That was over, but I think that will be a completed session. It is. Let's take a look at the times. So first split, I'm just ahead by 0.3, 0.25 something. JB beats me in the second sector. And we don't get to see that. That was too quick, but it is what it is. Let's go to Discord to have a look. JB says, watch this. Fix your stutters. That's in Le Mans and iRacing. I don't do either. Oh, go away. I was going for Discord. There it is. I think JB's point is a good one. If you've got micro stutters, which I know I don't suffer from, so there's no problem there. Except I do probably have a little bit of a stammer stutter occasionally. But is what it is. So current leaderboard, Aaron is a 220.454. I've been so close to that. 220.637. Actually, Marco has done a 224.36. So he's just a touch ahead. So I only need to beat by 0.2, and I've got that in me. I know I have. I know that is definitely in me in terms of capability. I've done that. 0.2 ahead at one point. Come on. Steering wheel. Definitely does sound a bit weird occasionally. Wilkie's right. It does have a weird gearboxy engine noise. We got through a whole session. You're having a laugh. You're having a giraffe, Mo. I've just had to quit Steam because something has signed into Steam. No idea what that is. So it's just quit me out. It's been one of those nights, hasn't it? It's properly been one of those nights. From the point where I turned the PC on and had no sound to a whole technical failure all the way through. You cannot rely on this blooming stuff to work, can you? Pain in the buttocks. Nobody in a set of course or EVO now, it's just me. So, you're logged in on another computer playing a set of course. So it was my server that just logged in. Why is that? Why is the server just logged in? It's not just logged in, it's not even on. As in, Steam is not even on. So what the chuff is going on there? The set of course at EVO is not running on another PC. Now it's logged itself in. The absolute nugget ball. What is going on here? I wonder if there's any way to disassociate Steam with a program so it doesn't do this. Now it's loaded. What a ball bag. Just when it knows I need 2/10 of a second. Well, that was single player, you ball ache. Multiplayer, server list. I have to set everything up again, you madhead. I was going to say at least the server stayed running all night, but it bloody hasn't, clearly. What a dropout. Drive. It's here to test us, definitely. No. JB is coming down the start straight. I'll back out of this. JB's pushing to go faster, which he should be. Got to be careful on cold tyres. Where did JB go? He's lagged out, server's going to disconnect, innit? JB's headed off into the Netherlands. He's going to appear back in front of us very soon. Server's gone down. Well, that was a very frustrating day. Very frustrating. Just absolutely ridiculous. Just I don't know. Might be worth a trip on to the Discord and seeing if there's any information there. JB's back in. Sure, that can be much faster through Spoon. No time to race against, so we don't know whether we're up or down. And there's the disconnect again. So I'm going to quit out of this on this machine. Quit out of Steam. I'm going to reset the server. But for whatever reason, I reset the server at the start of the night. It was started himself. It was restarted this morning after updates. I can't restart the server, but I can restart the actual thing because I've got a tracking script running, which I genuinely know isn't. A Python script is not going to cause any sort of major issue with this kind of thing. It shouldn't do. I can't believe it would do. I mean, at the end of the day, is that what's changed? Number of players has probably changed, but that shouldn't do anything. Results are saving to where they are. We've got the aero package. We've got that sorted. Show only selected cars. It is that server. Hit run. And I can close that down. Steam is already closed. That's up and running. So the server should be there now. Should be there. So, looking at that screen, I should probably put that screen on here, in all fairness, but I'll be able to see it on this screen, but I don't really want to connect two PCs up to this rig. I think that's going to be just another headache. But let's see. Let's see what changes. Need a drink, I'm thirsty. JB asks, how often is your script reading folders? It's constant. It's a watcher. So when a folder updates with a result, and by a folder, I mean it's watching the server output file. So it's constantly watching it. It doesn't. It's not how often. It's 100% watching it all the time. The watcher. But it's not causing any. I suppose it could. It could be interfering with the read, I guess. But I mean, that is something I did change today. But it really is reading just the output file. It's not reading the actual server itself. It's not reading the engine that's happening. It's reading a log that's created as an output. which I don't know. We do these things and we find out we F things up, don't we? So it makes it worse. Python doesn't have a massive impact on what anything's doing. It's not a hungry animal. I'll ask chat to check it out. JB says can't see it being Python. If it was reading an active part of the server, I would suggest that it possibly could be, but I wonder though if it's reading the JSON while it's being written. If it's blocking the output file, could that be causing lag in the server engine itself? But if it's anything, it'd be like an Excel file that multiple users can interact with. An old Excel file. Genuinely only allowed one user to enter at a time. New Excel files multiple users can use, as we experienced today at work. But no, JSON's the same. They're readable, executable. They're readable and executable. Try and get that to say. But that is something I changed today. I did make it so Python reads the file every time it gets updated, so it picks up split times, it picks up completed laps, it picks up disconnects, invalid laps, valid laps, etc. It picks up all of that as it happens, so it won't miss anybody leaving the server, so to speak, because it'll do it live as it happens. And that could be part of the problem, maybe. I've also made it so racers need 2 results to get into the driver cards, and that's not 2 results in a session, that's 2 results from 2 tracks. So you can come and race at one track, but you don't get a session card. Session cards are only for people who race at 2 venues or more. There's a 6,000 character limit posting to Discord per post. So at the minute I need a significant amount of posts to cover all the racers that have joined. So A 2:20.169. That's the fastest lap of the day. And we've got that in without a disconnect. Really looking for a 19 to concrete that, to cement the fact that it will be my first round win. Invalidated. Very similar times. Lost so much time coming out of turn one. Oh, we lost it. Don't hit the wall. Tire temperature was coming up, wasn't it? 80 and 89. Eight seconds down, but we had the spin, didn't we? Gonna break a fraction later into one. What the chuff? Do not know what happened. Must have just clipped the curb back tyres and spun it up. Was getting very confident, getting smooth and trying to just keep it in there. JB 221.0. So he's improving all the time. We just hit the grass again, look. Outside tyre temperatures just climbing up. We just need to cool them down a bit before the start of the next lap. Front left is looking cool. Don't know how that's a thing. That warmed it up. Turn it into a corner. What a nugget ball. I was just trying to go that fraction later and I went too late. I want a 19 desperately. Look at those left side tyres going cool. Just every tyre is going cool as we drive down the straight. I don't really know what's going on there. I don't know why the tyres are cooling down quite so much. Why am I 1.4 seconds down already in this lap? Disconnected from server. Oh, holy ball bags. Ah. The actual server's crashed. Looking at that, it's not got me a server. No server found. What? This is not us. This is not my server. It's still running. It's still up there. This is master server's problem, this. This is over at AC. This is not a Widdowmaker problem. There's no connection to master server. Let's just run that through ChatGPT. and see what that says. That is not me. It really isn't. And I feel terribly guilty about this whole thing, but it's clearly not something I'm doing or anything that. And I apologise profusely that this is such a frustration. It is not a Widdowmaker problem. I haven't caused this. Then comes the failure. Jim is disconnected. What happens? Dedicated servo bug confirmed. Server bug confirmed. Like this. Yeah, the last update has caused at 23:26 the server is still successfully updating back end with 0 players. Back end outage. Transient communication timeout of about 3 seconds. Definitely, it's not something we're doing, folks. It really isn't. Just going to read one more script, just to make sure that it can prove that it's a problem. This reinforces the same conclusion rather than changing it. 23:26:40. Everything is healthy. Players are completing laps. And simultaneous client disconnect. Sock Smalley, Sock Bouldering receives 10054. Both clients immediately remove from session, taking the server from 2 players to none. Timing is key. 2 independent home internet failures occurring 16 milliseconds apart. So it's extremely unlikely. It's something common. Server recovers normally. The only thing we still can't prove, the log tells us what it is. EVO dedicated server networking bug. Brief interruption of host network stack. Transient network path issue. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, that's going to complete this session, I'm afraid. Yeah, I apologise. JB's asking what's next week, and I think that is really the pertinent thing. And then we really need to place a bug report, don't we? With I'm going to have to restart the server for this, but we've really got to place a bug report with the powers that be in Kunos and let them know we've been having serious issues. It's a download folder. And then we look down here. No, it's not that. It's not that, mate. This one, is it? Bum, 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 bum. It's the Paul Ricard circuit and the Porsche 718 Cayman GT4. This could be a proper session. A track we don't often race. So let me go and set that up and see if we can get 10 minutes for a bit of a lap. It's one of the oldest French circuits out there that often comes back to Formula 1 and often disappears from Formula 1. And I don't think we should exit Steam at all. Why is Steam started on here all of a sudden? Why is it suddenly deciding it wants to be a nerdle burglar? I don't know why it's doing this. Dedicated course, set a course a dedicated server should not require a connection to Steam to operate. I'm just going to log Steam out on the other machine. Thank you, you dirt burglar. We don't need you. Go away. Control O. I don't know if that worked because my fingers were stretching so far. Control O. Shift O, you gooner. Server launcher. So we're taking that car out and we're going Porcher. 718 Cayman GT4 Club Sport. That was the one. Then the Suzuka is Paul Ricard. Ooh. We got 4 layouts to choose from. I think we should probably go the full Monty. Why not? Got any other cars selected in there? Probably will be. No, there isn't. Thus, Ricard with a clear. Increase that to minute of overtime. I'm going to file, save, run. Server should be up and pumping. I've closed that. Steam's closed on this machine now. And it's saying to sign in. It was a very good car actually, and that's probably something I should jump on Discord to see if JB's in a sociable manner. Talk about the actual car. He is actually connected, I think. Let's drop in and see if he wants to have a chat about the car and less about the server maybe. We'll drop into gaming, see if he's going to join us for a moment. And if anybody else has access down there, do not hesitate. Do come in and say hello. Without swearing or anything else, because we don't do that. Oh, that's Steam quit out on this machine. Let me go back in on Steam. Then go back in and see if JB's going to come in for a shouty swear. What it says. JB, it's gaming in general. Okay. Yeah, so JB's posted a video up in, I don't know whether it's just from JB, but he shared it with me. Yeah, he shared it with me directly. I'll probably post that up into the main chat, but it's all about fixing stutters and how to get rid of them on your machine. If you suffer from them, that is. I probably don't, because my eyes probably blink the same speed as my monitors, and I don't need to have stutters. But some people believe 240 Hz is better. In general, okay.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, sir. How are you?
Yeah, alright, mate. I just looked on Discord. I'm glad you come in this one.
Yeah, good. What was your thoughts on the Alpine?
I liked it. It was a nice drive.
I think so. I agree.
Obviously, I had a quick run after last week's session. It was a bit hard to get to grips with to start with on a mess about. But as soon as you've done a few laps and get used to how it moves about and that, it's nice.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit rough on cold tyres. It was a bit cranky. Wilkie said something actually that was actually very common in my brain after he said it, and I didn't notice it before. Some unusual sounds come from the car.
Yeah?
Yeah, so when you're going over rumble strips, there's some right battering and clattering. And I don't know whether it's the size of the rumble strip, whether it's just exaggerated. There was also a horrendous gear down noise, and I don't know whether that's more of a performance type box, because as normal car drivers as we tend to be, we don't hear those noises very often. I don't know whether it's just me being not really up to speed with that kind of car, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they're not the quietest cars, are they?
No, they've probably had all the relevant stuff taken out of them in terms of sound deadening, etc.
Yeah.
So
Made to be like.
yeah, quite potentially. A nice looking little detail. What have we got?
You're looking forward to this Porsche?
Just tuning it up now, seeing how it looks. I think this should be quite grippy, I would have thought.
Is the server restarted?
It should be up and running, yeah. I have redone it. Oh, look at that.
Not there.
Not there.
Oh. Hello?
Hello, he said.
My EVO's just decided to close itself down.
What's gone on with the server? Why's that window gone?
I've just got to load my game up again.
Yeah.
EVO's just shut itself down.
The server's just closed itself down.
Oh, I'm loving my floor plate
Yes, I noticed that in the picture.
and my new t-shirt. I use code Widow as well. So G2Maker have got a lot of good deals on a minute. Use code Widow, double D's, all capitals. Get yourself on there.
Nice one, JV. Thank you. I have been meaning to say that tonight because it's the end of the summer sale coming up. So
It is the end of the summer sale, and it's going to be the end of the Jimmy Broadbent rig collection and everything. So if you want to get that out there, it's your last chance to buy it, because when it's gone, it's gone.
And here's the thing, off the record, this is not confirmed. Does anybody know what's happened with Jimmy B? Because I know he was dealing in 5 Fanatec units this week on a live stream.
He was dealing what?
He had 5 Fanatec base units to give away on a live stream. And I don't know if he's been poached to Fanatec, you know? I don't know if he's left GT Amiga. I haven't seen anything on the cards. It's just interesting that Jimmy Broadbent stuff has come to a stop, yet none of the others have. And it would be probably rather unfair of me to say that, but rumours are rumours, and the way to create rumours is to create one.
Yeah. So
I do not know what's going on, but I cannot get the server to start. It won't. Now it's fired up, you son of a dirty dog biscuit, and it's collapsed and died straight away.
Jump leads on it.
It won't run. Server won't run at all. Server starts and crashes and burns. Yet server won't run. And I don't know why. I'm going to change the circuit to a slightly shorter one. Won't run. I'm going to click run server.
Yeah, you click that. Then while you clicking that, let's talk about Sim Expo.
I don't know anything about it. Honestly, don't know anything about it.
Sim Expo is at the NEC in Birmingham on the 16th and 17th of January 2025.
Yep.
It's been years of planning. It's going to be some big names there. And, you know, it's not very often we get one in the UK. So.
Like, I did see that our friend of the channel, fuck me, my brain is useless. I have got dementia. I fucking know I have. Ozzy has been invited. Yeah. He says he's got a stand there.
Right.
So it's going to be good if he's got a stand. I mean, I'm not that kind of YouTuber, am I? I'm not that kind of popular kind of guy. So I'm not going to get that kind of invite because I'm not all over the servers. But I can have to tell you, the server will not start. I've started it a dozen times. Let me close EVO on my other rig.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of content creators there and stands and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Should be a good one. It should be a big event.
Well, I also know I am coming back from Mexico the week before, and I don't know how alive I'm going to be.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Well, as you do know, last year I was an absolute mess coming back from the US for a fortnight.
But you go to America and you drive like 7,000 miles.
Yeah, that's true. This time I'm not. I'm not driving. Not even having a hire car. I'm going to stay on a beach for a week, 2 weeks.
Exactly. Yeah, you can just like experience an earthquake or a tsunami or something. And
17 days.
Happy days.
Server will not run. What's going on? Have I screwed up somewhere? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart my server box.
Yeah.
And whilst it's restarting, I've got to go for a pee. I will be back.
You do that.
I will be back. You keep talking to him, Debbie.
I don't know what to talk about. Let's talk about Jim's house viewing today that I know nothing about because I've not had a chance to talk to Jim because he just streams most night of the week and goes to bed at stupid o'clock in the morning and then gets up early in the morning and just repeats what he's done the day before. So it's too good to game with his friends now. He just streams every night. So there we have it. It's rally night Thursday night. That's going to be a tough one. Lancia Stratos on the long Monte Carlo one. I know Dad's already got a time up there. A damn good time as well. And Jim's got the bladder of an egg cup. So he should be back in 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, so he's obviously gone to get a drink as well then.
Hope you've been looking after him, JB.
Yeah, of course I've, mate. I've not been slating you or anything.
Good, good. Not telling any of your jokes, have you?
No, everyone wants to know, have you just gone to get a drink as well as have a pee-pee?
I've got 2 bottles of drink here. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I thought so. Because I did a countdown from 12 seconds and you wasn't there. So I said,
Oh,
you've got to get a drink as well. Because you should have been there because you've got a bladder like an egg cup.
I have got blood. Wait till my surgery. It can be even worse. Right, restarting a set of Corsa Evo. Let's try.
Oh, I didn't see that from Wilkie. Jimmy Broadbent's sponsored by Fanatec and is racing anyway. So that would make sense.
So that would make sense. Sounds like metal grating against rattling against the exhaust. Could be a loose heat shield, couldn't it? That's what it could be.
I mean, it's predominantly GT Amiga anyway. Just because they sell Moser stuff doesn't mean everyone uses Moser.
No. I just found it a surprise that Jimmy would be working for opposition of GT Amiga. GT Amiga have told me if I was to go to another brand that competes with them directly, I have to consider my position. Maybe it's different for others, but
yeah, maybe. I thought Moser was Moser. It's like an independent company.
Moser is, but they are promoted by GT Amiga.
Yeah, promoted by GT Amiga. That's the early tie GT Amiga have got with them, isn't it?
Yeah, but you wouldn't. GT Amiga, Fanatec sell rigs. They sell all sorts of stuff to do with racing, and if you work for GT Amiga, you can't really go promoting another brand. You really couldn't. You really shouldn't, I should say.
No.
Right, that's it. The server will not run. I've restarted it. I've reconfigured it. It just will. It posted. It posts. But it gets to a connecting. I think the master server's down.
Yeah.
I think the master server's gone. There are probably other GT Amiga things. Oh, gee, no, why have I got that in my brain? There's probably other AC EVO servers up. Let's go and check. Let's check that there's. See if things are running. But if I got it open, I need to turn that off before this machine. There's no way we can test that car any other way apart from doing a bit of single player. Which is
the house viewing bingo.
Mate, it's terrible.
Is it?
Absolutely
Have you been to look
terrible.
any that we've seen?
No.
No?
No. No, because they're not ticking the boxes. They're not doing the. They're not close enough to what we want, and I don't want a house I don't want. So
Was that Pinkston one a big no-no, or could you not get? Oh, that's the one you couldn't get to view, innit?
Couldn't get to view. They wouldn't give us a booking within 2.5 weeks. We had to go in the week, and it's not going to work for us. And I'm not really sure about the covenants that are required. There's 3 listed covenants.
Yeah,
And each one of them is going to cost 1,500 quid to get rid of. Or
you know you're going to end up homeless, don't you?
No, we can't be homeless because Andy Burnham has outlawed it. There won't be any homelessness. There's no rough sleeping going on. Here's the thing, right? This is what we were thinking. Mortgage of approximately 950 quid a month, right?
Yeah.
Trust house 40 quid a night.
Yeah.
So rent a storage unit and go and stay in Trust House 40 until we find the right house. It's only 40 quid a night. 10 nights is 400 quid. 30 nights is 1,200. You're only paying £260 a month more than paying a mortgage.
Yeah.
And you're in a hotel living.
Yeah.
With all your stuff in a storage unit at 150 quid a month. 150 quid a week. So you've got another 300, 600 quid to spend. So it isn't cheap. But
How much a month?
150 quid a week, isn't it, for a storage unit, roughly?
No, hotel.
Hotel, it's 40 quid a month. 40 quid a night. Trust House 40.
So what's that a month?
30, times it by 30, so 1,200 quid. I know there's 31 days in some months and there's...
Yeah.
But, you know, round figures, 1,200 quid. 1,240 quid. Get rid of the house. Go move into a hotel. Fuck it. Seriously.
Yeah.
If... we'll always go to rented. There's always that. So servers are up. For some reason, my server will not run.
I was just thinking you could have 2 holidays.
Go on 2 holidays instead.
Yeah, have 2
Back to
holidays and look
back.
for a house instead of stopping in the hotel. Yeah.
Get a tent. Now it's interesting. Wilkie says get a tent. We have got 2 tents up in the loft. One is big enough to take the Subaru, so we could chuck everything in the cars, like tenting gear wise, because we've got a camp bed, double one with air mattresses. We've got a cooker. We've got a big family tent which the Subaru will fit in. We've got a 4-man sleeper which we could sit in. There's a toilet with it which can go in the big tent next to the Subaru. There's no dramas there. We've got a shower unit. We've got everything. We could go, you know where outside Sheffield you got where the M1 and the M18 is, and they form like a triangle where it splits. We could go live in the middle of there and just wait for globothermonuclear war when Russia invade. Now that we've got Andy, Mr. Miliband as foreign, you know, the foreign doodah.
Watch what you say.
Yeah, me too. But now it could all go to pot. Really could. And we could be living in a tent when globothermonuclear war starts. But I'm not worried about anything like that because we're going to find it. We're viewing a house tomorrow night.
It doesn't matter what you live in, mate. If it happens, you're dead.
Yeah, a little bit burnt. Might be a bit singed. Might be a bit sick from the, you know, the radiation poisoning. But Japan survived.
You get a cheap caravan.
You could get a cheap caravan or a camper.
Live on the road. You won't have no road,
No, so seriously,
no council tax to pay.
when the stream finishes, I'll tell you what's happened today. But
Right.
seriously, we're viewing a property tomorrow, which is very close to what we want. We're viewing one Saturday morning. We're viewing one Saturday at 1:30. The one at Saturday morning is cheaper and not ticking all the boxes, but we could make it tick the boxes.
Yeah.
And the one on
Which
Saturday...
is what you wanted.
No.
Really?
No, not really. This is a... We'd make it work.
Right.
The one on Saturday afternoon is is really good. And it
You was right the first time.
It ticks all the boxes for me, except it's not big enough and it needs an extension.
Right.
The extension will cost about 80 grand to make it big enough, but it will turn a really nice bungalow into an absolute pleasure pad.
Right. Okay.
But I can't get Jill to see it. I've done artist sketches, I've laid it out for her, and she's like, it's too far away. And it's like she says, I really want to move close. I want to move, but I don't want to move far enough away so that I can't swim at the gym on a Saturday and Sunday. Because she swims with her lady mates, with her mates.
Right,
And they go swimming on a Saturday and Sunday morning. After swimming, they go out for a cup of tea and a breakfast somewhere, or they go for 11 o'clock coffee and biscuits or a cake or whatever. And that's her Saturday and Sunday mornings. So she comes back.
She'll do that. She'll just have to drive further.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's an hour and a half away. Scunthorpe, the other side of Scunthorpe, on the way to the Humber Bridge.
Right.
I'm saying Humber Bridge again. In a place, it's in a lovely little village. This house could be something, but you can't see it. And I need to be able to convince her. But anyway. Right,
Good luck with that.
yeah. The GT4 is here. I'm just going to do a quick lap offline. In single player. We'll go to Paul Ricard. 4 circuits available. There is the 577, the 5842, which I think is got the extra chicane in, which is probably good to put in. Do that one. That's the car. Weather's clear. Start the session. But there's something else happening, and I'll tell JB about that for now. But we'll find out if it comes to fruition in a couple of days. It might happen tomorrow, but right, that's the portion. Do I need to sit up just a teeny bit further? Page up. That's probably too far. That's probably good.
I don't know. You got 5 minutes, so we're...
I'll just do a lap. Action control 2 of 2. We'll do an out lap. Oh, enable pit limiter. Got no steering. Now I have. It's bouncy. Doesn't feel very fast. Holy Chipotle. Lovely circuit. I do like Paul Ricard. Made it. Been a while since I've driven here. I think the last time I played this circuit would have been something like Driver. Now if we didn't put this, we've got DRS, have we? If we didn't put this chicane in, we'd be flat out all the way down this straight, so braked a little bit early. Yeah. There's a wobble knob to avoid. A lovely sounding car, isn't it? Feels slow through third.
I can't hear it. I've got the stream on mute. I'll tell you it twice.
Okay, okay.
With a 30-second delay. You know what's bizarre? The delay is longer on my PC than it is through my phone.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It likes a bit of brake to steer. Oh, now it invalidated. Nice feeling car, this is good.
I find they're all front end and the back end to keep you guessing.
Oh, the back end just did. Wilkie's going to applaud my drifting then. we wobble knobbed it. Driving in the wrong direction. We made it back round with an extra loop. This will be a challenge. Nice, good, quick car. Which I think is lacking in GT7, and unless, if this car is in GT7, then I need to drive it more. It doesn't sound like this. Braking on the 200. Oh, I'm not confident about that at all. Not confident at all. This is so much quicker than what we've driven. Validated again. We thought Suzuka was full of swifty sections and curves and chicanes, etc. But this is something else. Hate this track with a passion, says Wilkie. Looks like somebody's been let loose with crayons. It's a great way to describe it. Well, there's the first lap, and the system wasn't recorded, so that's not been recorded for posterity. So there you have it. That is next week's track and car. Full of excitement, I'm 100% sure. Exit to desktop, and that is the end of this week's stream. Bang on the midnight. I do wish you all a good week. I'm going to have a night off. I'm not having a night off tomorrow. I'm out house looking. And we will see you at some point Thursday night, normal time, 8:30. A bit of AC Rally, which is in Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo. There's a full stretch as well.
It's an absolute rapid stretch in the Slancia Stratos is what it's in, and that should be an absolute cracker.
Dad has already got a good timing.
Has he? Good lad.
Yeah.
Lad. Something to chase is there. It's downhill for 12 kilometres, and it's rapido, grippy car. Just got to watch out for that black ice, I think, in the cold spots. Sun hasn't hit it. But there we go, folks. Thank you very much. Whoever that was just shot off, the fourth watcher. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one. But good night, Wilkie. I don't know who else is out there. It's got to be JB and me.
I've just got disconnect and come back, mate.
Okay. But thank you very much, folks. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Goodbye for now. We'll fix